So you just updated Premiere and you've got the new color mode, and I'm going to show you how to use it. First of all, on the beta, everything starts as normal. Add clips into your timeline and edit your video. When you're ready to color grade, head over to the new color mode tab. In here is where all the new features are. So on the adjust clip tab, you'll see some nice new wheels that you can use to adjust exposure, contrast, color, and more. To use these, you have to click and drag your mouse. You don't need to hold the click, which confused me. Just click and start pushing your mouse forward or backwards, and you'll soon see the clip moving. A nice feature of this is that once you click, a waveform shows up, as you can see us using it here on the exposure wheel. You can also see a small number at the top of the waveform that tells you the intensity of the effect that you're doing. So let's just adjust a few things like exposure, contrast, and saturation. Now there are actually two ways to adjust contrast, exposure, and temperature, which is something we didn't notice at first. You can drag vertically, like we've just been doing, to adjust the label control itself. Or you can drag horizontally for a secondary adjustment. Contrast changes the pivot, exposure adjusts the black level, and temperature controls the tint. Now these were features we initially thought were missing in the new color mode, so it's great to know that they're actually built in. There's also a few little icons below. These allow you to select particular parts of the image. For example, highlights. This isolates just the highlights, so you can adjust exposure, contrast, saturation for just the highlights. If you want to dial it in even more, you can select your highlights manually with the selection tool. Once you've selected it, you can adjust just this area. Head back to the timeline and you'll see all your adjustments taking place on that one clip. Now if you head back to the color mode, you can actually copy all of these adjustments and paste them onto all of the clips in your grid. But if you don't want to grade each clip manually, or if you just want to apply a conversion, you can do this in the Sequence tab rather than the Adjust tab. I see the Adjust tab as manual grading clip by clip, or for batch grading, and the Sequence tab for LUTs, conversions, or final looks. So if you don't want to use the wheels too much and you just want to do a conversion, use the Sequence tab to apply a LUT. For this example, we're converting D-Log to Rec 709. In the Sequence tab, you can also make a sequence adjustment, which is all the manual adjustments we've just done, but it applies to the entire sequence. Adding a sequence LUT, on the other hand, is just a preset grade that you can load in. Now that's just a really quick way to use the new color mode for your clips. But if you're shooting in log, you can actually create a conversion pipeline for your footage, which is going to give you better results. To do this, we need to create a group of selected clips. So reset anything you've done already, select all the clips that are in the same log curve, and you'll see over by Adjust and Sequence, there's a new mode called Group. Click the plus button, add a group LUT, and apply your conversion LUT. This is great because it's quick and it leaves the sequence mode for any final look LUT that we want to apply at the end, which in our case is Kodak 2383. Now it's worth noting, in your selection you can still apply a group adjustment which will affect the whole group, or you can still go through clip by clip for micro adjustments. Now if you head back over to the Edit tab, looking at your timeline, you'll see all the colours have been applied to your footage and you can export from here if desired. Or if you're like me and you still like to use Lumetri Color, you can still do this in timeline with an adjustment layer like normal, whilst all the effects from the Color tab are still in use. Now, you may be thinking, if I've applied color to my entire timeline, how do I add graphics and text and anything else? Well, don't worry, because we can change which layers are affected in the Edit tab. You'll see a new icon on the video layers. It should appear on the top track by default. If you click on this, it will give you options to choose which tracks are affected by your sequence color settings. Let's say we choose video 3. This means everything below video 3 will be affected by your sequence color settings, and anything above it won't be. As you can see, my title now looks great. So that is a very quick tutorial on how to use the new color mode. We think it's got some potential and some things to work on. It is only a beta, so there might be more to come, but we can see this working great for some quick workflows. But when it comes to some larger projects and some serious grading, we think the tools aren't quite there yet, so the traditional grading methods might still have to come in place. Once we've used this for a couple of months or the full version comes out, we'll do a full breakdown of the new color mode in detail. Thanks for watching this video. Hope this helped, and we'll see you in the next one.